Hi, my friends. How are you? I'm feeling amazing, and I want you to feel great precisely because this is all about the masterclass on how to get your best abs, your best body from the inside out so that you can look good and feel even better and feel to your next level. I don't know where you are right now, but I want you to get rid of everything that doesn't serve you anymore, including thoughts, habits, just typical actions. And maybe you're not very satisfied with how you are feeling. Maybe you have constipation, maybe you're fatigued, maybe anxiety, depression, maybe just not feeling your best, maybe not feeling as you'd like to or as you know you can be. And it's not about aging, and it's not about you being at this period in your life. I mean, no matter what's going on, because this is geared for men and women around 36 and older. But older doesn't mean that you're going to diminish your capacities and skills and enthusiasm for life. In fact, I want you to have that joie de vivre. And I love this topic because, yes, to your health, it's all about you getting your health back with nutrition, exercise, and attitude. So the way we're going to do it is based on my theory. I'm a biologist in holistic nutrition. And remember something, all scientists have our theories. Yes, that includes doctors, and that includes nutritionists, and that includes people like I that love to do research with credentials or not. I mean, in my case, I have the credentials, and there's so many people who are famous and well-known telling you a bunch of theories that, in my opinion, are absolutely wrong and harmful. But what I'm going to introduce to you is something that is not even telling you not to eat the way you want to eat, but something that will really literally change your life in 1 to 8 days. I'm not kidding. And yes, the program can take 9.5 weeks or 90 days because I have many options for you. And I'm making it very exclusive because what works for you doesn't necessarily work for me or for other students or for your friends, but it's going to work for you because it's something that you're going to decide, and you're going to decide ahead of time and plan what's going to work for you in these areas that I told you, but everything is connected. So we're going to start with microbiome. That is what I call inside, as well as mindset, because it's like an inside job, as well as movement. It's another inside job that people are not necessarily watching. And that's why I think it's like from the inside. It's going to take a lot of integrity because it's things that you do. For instance, when you're walking around, or maybe you're doing your cleaning and you're moving more, and you are doing more squats and more flexibility, and maybe you're out in the yard if you have one, and you're picking beautiful papaya leaves like I just did. I cut some up because I want to be able to harvest my papaya, and I love all organic and everything. So it's going to take a lot of your own discipline. So yes, I'm going to teach you how to have that attitude of discipline and success, which is your own success, which is for you and only for you. Because seriously, I'm doing it not for your family, not for your friends and community, not for the world, even though it's going to impact all of those. But we're going to work with you and you only. So what's going to work for you is based on what people can't see. In fact, I can't even see my own microbes that live in my gut, in my gastrointestinal tract or GI. Now, we do have microbiomes in other places. Us women have in our vaginas, we all have in our skin, our mouths. Yet I am referring to gut health in particular. And even though it's also on style to talk about that, and there's a lot of people saying things that are not congruent with the truth, the science, nor what actually makes sense for you, what I am going to tell you is a very simple theory based on science and is backed up, and study after study will prove it to you. In fact, I'll give you the references, is that the fibers that are only present in the plant kingdom are that prebiotics that will nourish, multiply, and help thrive your community of probiotics. So we have our own probiotics. When we listen or hear the word probiotics, we think, oh, it's just the pills that you pop. Yeah, but nothing has more probiotics than sauerkraut, by the way, that you make at home. But the interesting thing is that we have even more probiotics in our own GI tract, even if we haven't eaten fiber. But imagine the people who eat lots of fiber, including me, because I started even from at the university, I did my thesis on brown rice cookies that I formulated so that we could have more fiber and more other macronutrients, including protein and many things I can talk to you about. But right now we're going to focus on the prebiotic fibers that produce more probiotics in your gut, and therefore you're going to have the production that is natural and amazing of postbiotics like short-chain fatty acids. So I don't like to get too technical, but it's a simple, very simple way. And it's even more consistent than getting probiotics. So by the way, I just made my own sauerkraut a few days ago. I like to make it on a regular basis. It's really delicious and lovely. And in the program, I will teach you how to do that. Yes, in the simplest way. Even though the next batch is going to also have not just the cabbage, but also I'm going to add carrots and garlic. What else do I want to add? Some papaya. In fact, from my green papayas that are growing, I decided to add that. So yes, you can also grow more probiotics by eating probiotics. But the theory in this particular course and in this class is just to have more fiber in your life, in your food, so that you will produce more postbiotics through your amazing probiotics like lactobacillus, like bifidobacteria or bacterium that actually thrives in your gut when you feed it right. And to feed it right, you know, when it comes to what I promised you, I said I'm going to give you 3 actionable steps that are actually solutions that are quick, because even in one day you're going to see the difference. When you go to the bathroom, number 2, you'll see it. And I have some protocols that you may or may not follow. It's up to you, but you can actually take a picture and see how you evolve in just a few days. I say 1, 8 days, whatever you decide. But it's like amazing what you can do to your own body to get rid of constipation. Also helps detox, get all the garbage out of your body and move into your higher self. That is going to be way more sunny, way more cheerful. Why? Because guess what? Those amazing beneficial bacteria that are so good at everything else, like healing your body through the postbiotics, are actually the ones that are responsible for your high mood. What? Nobody has told you that. Definitely not on mainstream media. But yeah, 90 to 95% of our serotonin, which is our happy hormone, our neurotransmitter, that is actually the one involved in those, antidepressants that some of us have taken in the past. At some point, somebody, I don't know why. Anyway, I don't want to talk about my past too much, but I just want you to know that I've been where you are. Maybe you're still taking them. I just want you to get off them because we don't need them as long as we eat enough fiber for the most part, and also start getting our attitude right with the mindset, not just tips, but actually clues to find a way to make a difference in your own life starting now. I don't want you to get the results in 3 months, even though you will. You'll see more results and they pile up and they compound. But just now, you're gonna see the difference just with the microbiome nutrition. Even if you still eat things that I don't really like, that I don't prefer, and that go against my principles because I love animals and I'm vegan. I've been it for 13 years this July. And I just love animals too much, and I wouldn't eat them nor any of their products, but that's not the point of this video in particular. Just for you to know that yes, I always recommend you going more plant-based towards vegan. Now, I also recommend move around more, get physical, because it's something that not everybody's gonna see when you're actually cleaning the house or moving the books and getting my studio ready to record this. It's like movement, or when I'm with my dog, I'm always squatting and kneeling and practically on the floor. It's like really get grounded, and also practice grounding when it's outside, when in the yard, over the grass or the dirt or the sand. You've seen me do it. I actually practice it, not just preach it, and it's amazing. So the movements that we do, and usually I do the grounding as well as the mobility together, are things that you know that you should do, right? But I'm not going to even send you my workout videos for you to do. No, you don't have to do any of my workouts at all. You just, I think, have to or must, or actually you can decide. I like that better because it's always going to be your own decision. It's like you can decide now that you want to be this mobile person for the rest of your life. And I don't know how old you are, but according to my stats, you are 36 or older, and you want to feel younger and feel more vibrant, more alive, and you like the motivation that I give you. And what is motivation? It's actually like the motor to action, right? There's many definitions, and I have a book on that. This, like, the Motivation Manifesto is really good. But since I mentioned motivation, Brendan is amazing. I can also mention The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I'm just saying because, sometimes we think we're not exercising, but we are moving, whether to reach up or to reach down, and many of the moves I'm going to show you. So it's not about doing the weights necessarily, nor doing the steps, nor doing, the typical cardio on the machine or anything like that. I mean, it's all fine and good, but this program is designed to just take you from maybe not squatting very much, which is what I have seen in most of the people that I have worked with, and even just people in my circle, family, friends, community, just like in general. I mean, I go to a mall and I see people not have good posture. So yeah, it's about posture and also about the movements they usually do. You see what I did there? I made a bun. And I hope I didn't distract you, but sometimes it's also like a pattern interrupt so that you'll pay more attention to me, because I know what I'm doing and I know what I'm saying, not just because of my credentials, but also because of my experience helping people like you really just spark up their life. And that could be your sex life as well. It could be your business, okay? Because you're gonna feel much better thanks to those amazing bacteria that also take care of your health, by the way, because 70 to 80% of your immunity depends on your beneficial bacteria. So what are we doing when we're not focusing on that, is what I'm saying. So, okay, that's my field of practice. That's gonna be my focus. And there's amazing people. I'm going to get a book called Fiber Fueled by Dr. B. or Bolsewicz. He's right on point. I mean, I agree with almost everything he says, if not all, and he's super science-backed, and I love that because there's other doctors and other scientists and other experts not doing it according to what I consider right. And also, in working with me, you're going to see that it's science and also sense. Does it make sense for you to move more? Maybe dance, maybe like, oh, I want to feel my body more. I'm going to be stretching. Yay, does it feel good to stretch now? Yeah, even in the middle of your presentation. Yes, so what? It's like, it's not necessarily what you're going to do. Maybe in the middle of a funeral, you may not be stretching like this with your abs out, but it's a way for me to remind you that you can have your best abs at any age. And it doesn't have to be now, and it doesn't have to mean abs that are defined like mine are most of the time, but no, the point is your gut. It's mostly from the inside out, okay? So what you do on the inside is gonna reflect on the outside. It's like, why am I so cheerful? A lot of people are thinking, oh my God, she must be faking it. I'm like, I can't fake it. By the way, lemon water is amazing. And I'm going to end this video very soon by summarizing and recapping the 3 vital steps you can take now to change your life for the better from the inside out. Why your life? Because if you change your body, you change how you feel, then you are going to be able to create the best life that's possible for you. Absolutely. Now, let's see. When it comes to your mindset, this is super interesting. What do I have here? I have so many authors, so many mentors I've had, and so many books that are not even here because I have many other bookshelves actually. And also I take courses online, and I'm always actualizing and updating myself, and that's why it's really important for me as a scientist to do that. And by the way, I got some of these amazing bananas called topochos that are getting riper. And we're going to talk about bananas and about sweet fruits, okay? You can eat sweet fruits. And because of its fiber, it's not going to have a peak in your blood sugar at all. So whether you have diabetes, pre-diabetes, I mean, you are welcome here because this is going to change your life. And you're going to be able to eat fruits. In fact, people that eat fruits are healthier and don't have diabetes. So there's a lot of myths like carbs are the same. No, ultra-processed carbs are not the same as carbs that come directly from nature, okay? Let's not confuse them at all. And I'll get more into that, but yeah. So when it comes to mindset, because we talked about movement, we talked about microbiome, I gave you the and I did I tell you? Yeah, the immunity, okay, good. I did tell you that the more fiber, the better you're gonna flow, right? And the better mood and health you're gonna have, period. And I could list all the things. In fact, if you got the Fiber Power guide, you'll see that it prevents all disease, including cancer, cardiovascular disease. I say disease, just like Louise Hay would say it, right? So whether you believe in psychoneuroimmunology or not, I do. Immunology, psychoneuroimmunology, and yes, how the brain and our emotions affect our bodies. So yeah, I do think that whatever ailment we have has an emotional cause that's usually a conflict someplace, okay? Including like when I have little headache, I don't have it right now, thank God. But when I do, it's like, okay, what's going on? Am I putting too much pressure on myself? You could always find out the origins and the root cause of whatever is bothering you, ailing you. I would say it's like, something that is like a disorder, whatever it may be, or whatever diagnosis. This is my belief. You don't have to believe it necessarily. Take it or leave it. And it's not even a core part of the program. Yeah, I just want you to know that everything that I'm saying is connected. Mind, body, emotions, and spirit. And you know it already. Okay, you can feel it, right? So if you're feeling down, like I was really sad about something that happened in my life, I was super sad. I mean, I couldn't mentally be super excited, because it's all connected. So if I was sad, it's like it could be a high vibe emotion when I'm sad or when I've been angry. But let's say the sadness did not give me too much physical energy either. Okay, so it's all connected. Same thing was like when you raise your mood, you're usually going to be able to be physically more, not just apt, but also enthusiastic, right? To get some energy into those muscles and cardiovascular system. So yes, what we're thinking about definitely affects what we're doing when it comes to everything that I've said, when it comes to our good habits. Now, to get to the point of mindset, because there's all hundreds and thousands of books that we have either known about or read or taken in, because I usually like to apply everything that I consider works for me. So the thing is that you have the capacity to shift your thoughts anytime you want. Like, what? Yeah, that's possibly one of the only things that is under your control. We can't control the weather. We can't control life. We can't control other people. And sometimes it seems like we can't control ourselves because either we lost our temper, is that the way to say it? Or because we reacted to something and it seems like what that person said, or let's say that person was rude to me and then I took it like terrible and then I felt terrible. It's like we can all control it. It's like we can bypass whatever thought is in the way. So in order to shift your thoughts, I'm going to teach you to actually detect the thoughts, and maybe there's 60,000 a day, is it? But just pick one, and you're going to be analyzing, as I'm going to tell you, and how to do it. And basically start to, okay, so I think that because that person said that, then he or she may be right, or he said something that I didn't like, and I could say he's abusive, he's in da-da-da hole, and and I can talk about my dating life and the men that I have dated that I haven't liked, that are no longer in my life, thank God. or in my dating plans. It makes me kind of laugh, but I just want to get as real as possible with you here, okay? Just like I told you the truth, that I was actually tearing up my pictures and crying about them, and crying because I didn't look like I was supposed to according to the magazines or the TV shows. And I just felt terrible, and I felt so miserable, and that of course lowered my vibe completely, and it spiraled down into what I couldn't understand and that I try to get help for. You see, that's an example. And that's really, 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 really sad, especially as young as I was. And now I'm like, I'm gonna have my back no matter what. I'm gonna love myself and like myself no matter what anyone says. And that helps me so much to get to my next level. So let's pick a thought that may be something that's really affecting you, like, I can't get in shape. I can't get it. I can't get in shape like Monica. And like, okay, and let's say you say that, because sometimes we say those things to ourselves. Or I can't be like that person. That sometimes happens to me. I see somebody that I admire in business. I'm like, but I can't be like her, or I can't be like him. Oh, and then how does that make me feel? It makes me feel discouraged or bad, or in this comparison thing. And then it just spirals down into not even liking yourself and not valuing what you're doing yourself. Okay, that's an example that goes for fitness or business. And then we can actually shift those thoughts to something like, you know what, I actually like my process, I like my life, I love what I'm doing right now. And those are many thoughts in one, of course, but you're gonna pick down, you say you have a notepad, and then you're gonna pick thoughts that actually serve you. In fact, I will even share with you an example of what I did recently. Recently, I do it every day, to tell you the truth. So I want you to eat more fiber every day. I want you to move around every day. And I want you to also improve your thought process every day as well. You know, pick a time that works for you, whether early mornings when nobody has woken up, or at night, or in the middle of the day when you're out and about. I mean, you can always find the time to do this. It's fundamental. And for instance, these new thoughts that are intentional for me are, life is for me. So even though things seem to be going, you know, if I were speaking to some friends like, oh, this didn't go right, this didn't go my way, this didn't happen the way I thought it would, that kind of thing. So I'm shifting my thoughts to thoughts that I can believe, that go with what I'm feeling in the moment, that I can improve on, and that will take me from maybe stuck, maybe feeling overwhelmed, or in this case, not very encouraged or not very excited, you know, because when we think something negative, we're usually discouraging ourselves, okay? So that would be the unintentional model. And the intentional, the new thought pattern, as Louise Hay would say, is I'm committed to liking and loving me no matter what. Life is for me. Okay, I really love and back up all my decisions of the past. The past could have been yesterday. I love my reasons for having done that, or I love my reasons for doing and planning this, okay? So if you really love your reasons for signing up for my program and working with me, then, you know, you don't need to consult that with anyone else. You don't need to go on Google to see if it's right for you. I mean, you won't. It's like you will know in your heart when something resonates, and when something is like, hey, that sounds about right. I don't need to follow a diet. I don't need to follow a workout. I just need to take these actionable steps, and I will recap for you. Okay, by the way, I have this love thing in my notebook. Isn't it beautiful? Love makes the difference. When you love yourself, you're actually going to give yourself the right foods, the right thoughts, the right opportunities, the right actions, the right company. I believe in that so much. And it's like, you know, it all makes me emotional because sometimes, precisely as I said, it's like sometimes we're putting ourselves down because we're not like we're supposed to be, or like other people. Just like it happened in my youth, it's like, no, you're gonna actually start honoring yourself. In fact, this beautiful ring is a proof, because ta-da, my proof is that it's like power. I am empowered by honoring myself, okay? I don't know where I think it's there, right? Because I'm actually recording on my phone. So the proof is there that when I honor myself, I actually get to my next level and I actually evolve and I actually do what is in my heart and my gut. Talk about gut. And I actually do what will take me to my best self and my best potential. And so always, always honor yourself. Okay, guys? And so to recap, the 3 quick solutions to get your best body from the inside out are: pick a thought every single day that will shift your attitude towards a more positive, a more congruent, a more constructive you, okay? Where you can actually move forward in what you're doing in fitness and business, in your work and life, okay? Number 2, move around more in your daily activities, okay? No matter what you're doing, brushing your teeth, washing your dishes, or doing the dishes, or doing your laundry, whatever it is, okay? Or being with your dogs, or with your babies, with your kids. Definitely get down on the ground. Let's do more of that. And number 3, no less important, is to add 1 to 8 new foods a week, preferably 30, as the science tells us, to add 3, to have a variety of 30, okay? But let's say you're already eating some fiber and maybe lettuce and tomato salad, or maybe an avocado here and there, but you're gonna add more fiber intentionally, and that could mean trying new foods, which is amazing for our microbes. So you see, it all comes down to honoring yourself, your body, your mind, your emotions, and your spirit, okay? Zero Excuses Academy is what I am creating starting this year. So cheers to you, and I hope you join us for your next step in health, fitness, and wellness too. Yay. Thank you.